Hello, this is D'Artagnan Sai, Certified Master Inspector, DS Home Inspection Services. Just finished up another home inspection. Today I have one of my students with me. He's come up for the second time. We have Derrick. Say hello to America, Derrick.
Good afternoon, America.
All right, so Derrick, this is your second time coming out. Now, once you took the course, you came out with me while we were actually doing the course, the door shadow. And now, since the class is concluded, you've done some other things for studying for the national exam because you haven't taken an exam yet. And you wanted to come out to get some more experience, so you came out today. So, share what is your feedback of your experience today, given all the things that have happened before up till now.
All right. Well, I start with the first time I did an inspection with the instructor, with you, sir. At that time, it was more like a learning type thing. I was able to identify a few things within the house, systems within the house. But today, I felt more comfortable with inspecting. I was able to pick out a couple defects. However, I still needed to be reminded about a few little smaller points, like small cracks within the foundation. One major thing that I learned today from the instructor was what we call in the military CYA, and that's covering yourself. And what I mean by that is ensuring that that you take photos of everything, especially if you do tests, functional flow test, or just anything. If you're taking photos of maybe even just the slope, it's just a good idea to have some type of backup to show that you actually performed the test, the actual results of the test, in case, further down the line, if there's ever a question, and at worst, if there is any type of litigation. But we won't go there. However, all in all, I truly enjoyed this follow-up inspection. I felt that it was very beneficial. I learned a lot. Customer interaction is very important. How you say things to the customer is very important.
All right. So, thank you for sharing that. Now, you said taking photos, right? So I definitely take photos and
Video.
all my things
Video.
come with video because that provides that irrefutable evidence as to what actually took place at the time of the inspection, right? And then you got the full circle experience of seeing the interactions. I wanted you to definitely be present for that because the professional interaction with the client and how things are said, how the findings are communicated is extremely important because you can do an awesome inspection, but kill the experience for the home buyer or for the client based on how the findings are shared. So you got to take that into consideration just as much as having offered a detailed inspection. Now, back to the foundation with the minor cracks. Remember what I said in class? We never undersell.
Never undersell cracks.
No, not cracks.
Structural.
We never undersell structural, period. Right? So anything that's potential structural, we make sure we capture that and share. We don't just make a judgment call in our mind and say, oh, it's just minor, and there's no need to document that. Every single thing that's related to structural definitely needs to be, and something needs to be said to whether it's minor, major, or material, it needs to be identified. So, and then, having that detailed inspection, you have to make sure that, your eyes are relaxed enough to where you can catch it. So in this instance, you didn't catch that particular one there, right? But that's fine because that's where the growth comes in, right? So now you know what to look for with a more fine-tooth comb to ensure that it's not, because if that was down the road became an issue and I didn't capture that, then I'm liable. Right. Correct. So, we want to make sure that we, and that was the primary issue here with the home inspection was foundation, electrical, roofing, HVAC, and plumbing. It was just an annual home inspection here. So, but as far as your experience from the first time to the last, you said it was informational, and yes, you were able to point out some things there. How do you think the live in the field action helps you in preparation for the national exam?
I believe that it's a great benefit. Being able to identify things by putting your eyes on it is different than seeing a picture in a book. So I think this is an invaluable experience.
Yes, and so the more, and I always encourage all my students, right, that, do all types of inspections that you can, right? So when you're driving around, you have plenty of free information. If you look around here, right? Free inspection material to do exterior inspections to see if you can apply what you've been studying as you prepare for this national exam. And so there's a bunch, so you can inspect your own home, friends and family homes, but as you're driving around, you have plenty of opportunity to inspect the exterior of home to see if you can apply what you know. And then more you're able to do that, we go from the memorization aspect of it, which is not a good practice, to the know column as to I know. I don't have to remember, I know what this is. And the more things that you know, it prepares you better to be successful on the exam. So do you feel as though that you've added a few more things to your know column?
Definitely.
Right. So.
Test
Yeah. So
me.
there's not even an inside joke here, right? So
Sir.
It's cold out here. It's 53 degrees. So when we
That's
was
right.
inspecting the HVAC there, I was saying, this is a limitation. We don't have HVAC. We don't turn the HVAC system on when the temperature is below
60 degrees.
60 degrees. But your initial answer was below
65.
65, and that is applicable for
A heat pump.
for a heat pump. So knowing that differentiation, right? Because the national exam may ask you that question. And if you're sitting on 65 and you see 60, you're not going to think that's the correct answer. So now you have a thing now that's no longer memorization. You know the difference between the two now, right?
Yes, sir.
So, that's fantastic. And then one of the things that I was able to point out here, the client, you've been listening to the client, pointed out that there was some unlevel stuff going on. So that heightened my awareness, and I was able to find some things in the bathroom that the client was even aware of to bring it to their attention as well to share with the builder. This is a new construction he's doing, this 11-month builder's warranty inspection. So, but for those of you that are looking to get prepared for that national exam, reach out, sign up for the course, the prep exam course.
Definitely.
Take care of everything to get you ready for that exam. Go from memorization to knowing so that you walk in feeling confident to take that exam. Thank you again, Derrick, for coming out today.
For allowing me to accompany you.
Always a pleasure, sir, to be in your company. And for those of you that need help, reach out to me, dsinspects.info@dsinspects.com, or just go to www.dsinspects.com to look at information for becoming a home inspector. We'll take care of you. Until the next time, take care.